Educational satellite television programs.
Hello, teacher. Hello, students. Welcome to today's lesson on fluid statics. Today, we will study a new property of fluid statics called surface tension. We will learn how forces of attraction cause surface tension and capillary action, and we will look at some real-life examples. If you are ready, students, let us begin. Have you ever noticed that some insects seem able to walk on the surface of water? This is a result of something called surface tension. Surface tension is a property of a liquid's surface that causes it to act like a stretched, elastic skin. It is caused by the forces of attraction between the particles of the liquid and the other substances with which it comes into contact. These forces of attraction are called adhesion and cohesion. The term adhesion is used to describe a force that holds two separate bodies together or sticks one body to another. Cohesion refers to a force that holds together the atoms, ions, or molecules of a single body. Now that we know what these forces of attraction are called, let us see if we can explain how surface tension is caused. If we think of water at a molecular level, we know that there must be some force that holds the molecules together in liquid form and prevents them from splitting into a gas. In a body of water, each water molecule experiences a pull from other water molecules from every direction. Water molecules at the surface do not have molecules above them to pull at them. These water molecules are pulled more from the water below than the surface above. So they form a sort of skin at the surface. Surface energy measures the disruption of intermolecular bonds caused by a surface. Now that we understand molecular cohesion, we can clarify our definition of surface tension. Surface tension is a cohesive effect at the surface of the liquid due to the forces between the liquid's atoms or molecules. Students, we have just looked at an example of cohesion. Next, we will look at an example of adhesion. Can you remember the difference between the two forces? Please take a sheet of notepaper and write down the definitions.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Hello again, students. If you wrote that adhesion is a force that holds together two separate bodies, and cohesion is a force that holds together molecules of a single body, you are correct. Well done. No liquid can exist in a perfect vacuum for very long. Therefore, we know that the surface of any liquid is also an interface with another medium. For example, the top of a drop of water is an interface between the water and the air above it. This means that surface tension is not just a property of the liquid, but it is also a property of the interface between the liquid and the other medium. Students, if you lower an object into a glass of water and then slowly pull it out, you will notice that some of the water stays attached to the object. This is due to adhesion. The adhesive forces that cause the water to be attracted to the object are even strong enough to pull a column of water some distance up a narrow tube. This is called capillary action. Capillary action is the tendency of a liquid to rise in narrow tubes or to be drawn into small openings, such as those between the grains of a rock or the fibers of a material. Here we see a professor who has tubes of different widths. They are arranged from widest to thinnest. When she adds colored water at the base, you can see the liquid being drawn up into the tubes. Notice that the liquid rises the highest in the thinnest tube and rises the least in the widest tube. The reason the liquid rises is because the adhesive energy between the glass and the liquid is higher than the cohesive energy between the water molecules. The thinnest tube has the most surface area in contact with the liquid, so the adhesive energy is the highest. Students, can you think of any examples of capillary action in everyday life? Think about times that you have seen a liquid drawn up or into another object. Please discuss your ideas with a classmate and write down as many examples as you can think of.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up! Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, everyone. Compare your examples with these. Capillary vessels in our bodies draw blood cells into our tissue. Plants use capillary action to draw water into their roots and up into their stems. Dipping a paintbrush into a glass of water draws water into the bristles through capillary action. Even using a paper towel to absorb liquid is an example of capillary action. These are all great examples, and I am sure that you thought of many more. Students, if you would like to conduct an experiment in surface tension at home, simply add some dish detergent or soap to water. When soap molecules are added to water molecules, they reduce the surface tension of the water. This is what allows us to create soap bubbles and also to insert wet objects into soap bubbles without breaking them. You can have a lot of fun experimenting with the principles of adhesion, cohesion, and surface tension. Today, you learned about surface tension and capillary action, both at the molecular level and in real life. That is all the time we have for this lesson. Until next time, thank you, teacher. Thank you, students.